Hello everyone and welcome to This Week in Racer Basketball. I'm JT Wiskowski, joined in the studio today by Coach Rob Cross. Coach, Racers fall to 8-10 on the season, 1-5 in OVC play. First game of the weekend, this past weekend actually. We fell to SIUE rather, 67-71.
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. We got off to a really rough start. We were down 11-0 to start the game. I thought we played extremely hard. We battled back. We actually got to where we were in the game at a lead. It was a back-and-forth game after we got back into the game. We led at the half, and we just didn't make enough plays and make enough free throws in particular, as we're one of the better free throw shooting teams in the conference going into that game, and we shot only 58%, and just not quite good enough to win a game on the road.
Right now, you guys are playing with a all-freshman backcourt and two players throughout the weekend. First, we'll get to Jansen Starks, as she played very well in the SIUE game, 24 points, a career high.
Yeah, and a great shooting game for her. She 5 of 7 from the three-point line. Really did an outstanding job running the team in that game. And, like I said, she was disappointed because we fell a little bit short. Julia Fox played well in that game as also. And, the 4 freshman guards that we have available, they're the only guards we have available. So we're playing with 4 freshman guards, and, they're playing hard. They're giving it everything they have. And we've got to get to the point where they're mentally tuned in to what we're trying to accomplish defensively every possession of the game. We've talked a lot about becoming an every possession team. Right now we're about an 85% of the possessions team, and just good enough to get you beat on the road.
Now looking at yesterday's game against EIU, we fall 80-74. Recap that game for us.
Well, again, got off to a bad start. It was not pretty at the start. I think we were 1 of 17 from the field to start the game, and it was just rough. But, again, they came back out of a couple of timeouts, and they stayed with it. They played hard. We lost Jessica Winfrey early in the first half. Caught an elbow to the head and wasn't available to play the rest of the game. So, you lose the conference's leading rebounder. And then we put up 55 points in the second half and came back, got into the game, made it a one-possession game going down the stretch, and just got bitten by 3 straight possessions where we gave up offensive rebounds right at the end of the game. Putbacks for them, and that made it tough. But we shot great from the free throw line, over 83% in that game. And like I said, you can't fault the effort of the players. It's just 1 or 2 possessions in critical times in the games on the road can cost you games.
Yeah, interesting stat for that game. Murray State was held to their season low in the first half of 19 points and also scored their season high in the second half of 55 points. And one player who really helped in that effort was Nakia Eden with her career high 21 points.
Yeah, she had a great game. I mean, she played well both off the ball, shooting the basketball, and running the point. And, we really needed it, and she did a nice job. And, it was good to see her make some shots because she's kind of been in a shooting slump lately. So hopefully that'll get her kick started, and Jansen can get back to making shots. And Taylor Porter and Julia Fox were kind of consistent in the double figures this weekend. One thing about that game is, as we played it, I think you and I talked on the radio right before the game, looking at the lineups. Their starting lineup, their players that they put on the floor, averaged as seniors in experience, a little over being a senior in experience because of some redshirt seniors, and ours is just under being a sophomore. And when it comes down to a close game on the road, it's 1 or 2 possessions, and a veteran can see your body leaning one way and take advantage of that to get to the offensive glass or get to the free throw line. You got to give a lot of credit to Eastern Illinois for making some plays down the stretch to preserve a victory.
Now coming up in this game, we got Jacksonville State on Saturday. Candace Morton shooting 42% from the three-point line.
Yeah, and she's an outstanding player, great athlete. One thing they do, she'll get a rebound and she'll go coast to coast with it. And that's anybody on their team. They'll get rebounds, and it's either push it up straight to the rim or it's one pass and that person pushes it up. So they put a lot of pressure on your defense. Candace is a Kentucky native from Lexington. Will come back in here. I know she's never beaten the Racers. I know she's going to want to get a victory in her home state. And, this is probably her last opportunity, the way the schedule works out, because we only play them one time. So I know she's going to come in and give it everything she has. And, they've done an outstanding job. They're 3-5 in the league right now, and 3 conference wins is more than they've had in the last 2 years combined. So, we're looking, it's going to be a tough contest. We're going to need a lot of support. And you know, our young ladies have got to continue to play hard. And one of the big things that we're going to talk about this week, we really need to focus on the task at hand and what we can control. And we've got to play in the present and move past the tough losses that we've had the last few ball games. You know, and hopefully we go in with a healthy team when we hit the floor on Saturday.
Yeah, Coach, a lot of road games so far for the Racers, but finally, again, home again on Monday as Tennessee Tech comes into town. Diamond Henderson shooting 43% from the floor.
Yeah, she's one of the better guards in the league. I think you've got Butler and Newsom from UT Martin, and then she's right up there with them and Marie Carpenter and Kiana Kirby as the best in the league. And she's just an outstanding player. She can handle it, she can shoot it, she's got a good, strong body, and they have a very talented team.
All right, Coach Rob Cross, I'm JT Wiskowski. Thanks for tuning in, Racer fans.